Minisodes.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We were meant to get this to you a lot earlier, all things considered, but here we are, we're doing it today. Sorry about a previous podcast. The best way to describe it is it went on a lot longer than we wanted it to. Right now it's just me and Leon. We're going over the stuff that was the news, as you can
This
hear.
is some really good mariachi music. God, he's
In the
talented.
background, we captured him one more time. He's just vibing. We gave him.
I'm willing to be here. I'm
Yeah,
out the cage.
give him some
already.
entertainment to listen to in the background. Some nice mariachi music while we talk about
Aaron's
these things.
really talented. Good lord.
But as far as everything
And
goes,
there's some watermelon too. My God.
exactly. As far as everything goes for the last episode, like we said, we're not authorities on any of this, but by all means, it's just our opinions. Everyone's allowed to have their own. They can obviously change, and we're a very diverse group to start with. There's just some stuff we will never know, but at the same time, we're trying to just look at it as objectively and from as many points of view as possible. So, hopefully, no one got any feelings or offense or thought we were coming for anybody or trying to attack anyone in any way when we said whatever we said. Just wanted to make sure that everything's all good with the people in general. But they are our opinions. It's what we thought. And by all means, they can change. The more information we get, the more things will fluctuate and things of that nature. So, no one's perfect. But
We are all inferior creatures.
exactly,
Sadly enough, we're not the end all be all perfect beings. We are flawed for a reason. To learn.
we're not even our final forms in general.
No, we're not.
As far as
We still gotta absorb someone else.
us considered. So, like we said, paperplay action. We're here for you, and we're here to talk about some stuff. The news mainly that we didn't get to talk about last time. So let's just go down
Oh
that
yeah,
list.
that was a thing.
Exactly. So, first up on that list, if I can scroll up here to last week for all of our stuff, because apparently it scrolled down. Big sad.
We got some weekly stuff, that weird face from that one thing.
There we go.
We got some rated R Tales stuff.
We made
There
it.
we go. Okay,
Yeah, there we
found
go. Made it back. First up, our Shiva trailer for Streets of Rage 4. I think everybody knew he was coming. This is the number one character that, when you got to this boss fight in particular in this game, every single person was like, "Yo, can we play as him? Can we just do that?"
Immediately, once I saw him, I was like, yeah, I like him. I want him. Please. He punches. He doesn't need anything. He even says it. I don't need a weapon. My fist is all I need.
From the looks of
Just
things,
goes with hound.
he might have his own campaign. There might be another campaign, because I know the DLC itself is coming out, and it has extended stuff. So it added 3 new characters, which are all characters we all saw coming. But I guess we're happy that they're there, because at the very least, they're all characters that are like, yeah! So we have Estelle, we have Max, and then we have Shiva. So we get to play as them. That game is super good. Can't wait. Not gonna lie. I get a feeling you will be playing
Is
a
it
lot
on
of Shiva.
PS4? I forget.
Say it again?
Is it on PS4?
Oh, yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, it totally is.
Okay. Might have to cop that now.
It's a definite cop. But next up on this list of ours is things that we're gotta talk about for sure. We got the right 2 people to do it. This Genshin Impact update 1.6.
Yes.
It is out now, but at the time it wasn't.
It was not. I still haven't touched it, so I can still speak about it like it's fresh. So,
That is true. So what is your experience with it? How do you think about it? What do you think about it?
well, the first part, okay. I never really needed the whole costumes for Jean, Barbara, and I think Kali possibly has one too. But hey, it's there, you know. people who have simp over them can possibly have it now.
Yeah, a lot of people did want costumes to be a thing, and I too wanted costumes to be a thing. I just didn't think the first people we'd get it for is Jean and Barbara. I'm not gonna lie, I figured it would be for like the Traveler first, if anything.
I was thinking it would be for the Archons, like Barbaros and Zhongli or Morax.
Yeah, I get that.
Like those that'll be neat. I'd love to see that, especially Zhongli and his thing. Like goddamn.
That's true, because he specifically, the game shows him in a completely different costume half the time, and then you see the modern thing. So I actually thought, you're not wrong. That's one of the people I would have thought. Him and Venti, of the two, I definitely would have thought would have had a costume right at the gate, because lore-wise, they have costumes.
They did, yeah.
They have different costumes. But yeah, sure, why not? I guess we'll have some for Barbara. We'll have some for Jean. You gotta get the waifus to have it. I don't have Jean, and I do have Barbara. I don't really like her costume.
I do have Jean. She just needs to be leveled up. I've just been focusing on other things. I don't know.
Jean is the only one in the entire game that eludes me. I have everyone else.
I didn't even want to pull her, but I got her.
She just hasn't showed up.
That's how it always is. She just shows up.
But this update does have a little cool thing. We have a boat adventure now, where you're just chilling on a boat, blasting stuff. We got a little bit of the Assassin's Creed Black Flag brung into to Genshin, which as an event. So I'm kind of like, I'm down. I got to play a little bit, but I actually haven't gotten to play the boat part. I got all the setup for the boat part. I haven't actually gone on the boat yet. So far, it's not bad.
There's also like a ping pong thing you can do too now on the new isles.
Oh yeah, I did see about that. That does look fun.
And then just new characters being shown.
Someone you're definitely summoning for a fact.
Oh yes,
Weeb.
Yes, if any of you, pretty sure by now from the amount of times I've been on here, I am the Weeb here. I am the one who very much likes anime and such. And if you notice the one guy with the katana and his movements and what he did, that is my guy.
Remember what his name was?
Coming to my account. I do not remember his name. It's like Izumi. He's something with an I think.
I'll check. I'll do our proper check real quick.
Alright.
Because they show it in the trailer. I don't want to mispronounce it more than anything else.
I understand that. I'm very terrible with names, so.
Let me see, new character. Oh yeah, they showed off a lot of people. This is the best part too. They showed off a lot of people getting ready for Inazuma. So most likely, we'll be getting Inazuma either in the next patch, or the patch right after. So it's either gonna be 1.7 or 1.8. We'll be getting Inazuma.
Inuzuma's the character, right?
Oh no, Inazuma is the
that's the
island
continent.
But the character, because his entire backstory is basically trying to get us to go there anyway.
Yeah.
But the character we're getting is, because after I looked it up, it showed off all 4 characters that are coming, but only one of them we're getting in this update. Kazuya.
Which one? Kazuya?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or
I was
Kazuha.
way off. Damn.
We'll be getting him in 1.6 for sure. He is a Amino samurai. He can be a DPS or support.
Yeah, he's
looks big fun.
He does.
Can't wait.
I think his charge attack is very much my style of liking. Including his elemental burst. Elemental burst is it's actually very visually pleasing too.
Yeah, I saw that it changes with whatever element it touches. So like he has like the falling leaves and everything, but like if you do fire, it's more autumn. If it's like water, it's I can't remember what water is. I think it's more tropical. It's water.
Mm.
If it's done with frost, it's very wintry instead. Like the visual element just changes depending on the element, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. You didn't have to do that. Okay, Genshin. We'll see.
Put that extra flavor on there for him. Yeah, more reason.
A little flavor. Top of that, we're also getting another boss fight. Can't wait to fight. barely
Yes,
fought the last one. I really want to fight. Like, I fought the Abyss Herald, and I haven't fought the one for Zhongli yet, the new dragon. But this.
No, I haven't touched that either.
Yeah, but I want to fight this guy. This guy looks cool. I think he's Frost, right? It's like a Frost samurai.
I think so.
As anybody can tell, as we're getting closer to Azuma, they're really starting to ramp up Japan. Like,
yeah.
So everybody's looking forward. That's what Azuma's gonna be, is the island that is based off Japan in this world. So we're getting our samurais, we're getting our ninjas,
Our shogun, our ninjas, all that fun stuff.
all of our stuff that's based in that Japanese
I have
goodness.
seen some leaks upon how some of the characters are going. And that one little girl has the leaf. I think she's
Oh,
like
little ninja. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like her. I thought that she would be like a Dendro. No, she's an Animo person.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten the Gendo character. They showed it, like, she's been shown, but like not by officially. They haven't been shown officially.
No, then people.
Mihoyo hasn't been
mining
like, hey,
in there.
look at the Dendro character. But we know that she exists, and we've seen little bits of gameplay, but nothing too much.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. It works out fine. I can't wait till she comes out, honestly, because Dendro's been one of those things that have just existed in the game, and we're just not allowed to use it.
No,
There's an entire
but
enemy types that use it, and we can't use it.
it feels like it's going to be more for support one anyway.
Oh, it probably will.
It is.
Dendro, when it attacks us, doesn't seem to do all that crazy stuff anyway, so I'm like, it'll be fine.
And anytime those shaman guys use their abilities, it's just either to block or to heal people. So it's like, yeah.
But next up, we have the Crisis Trilogy being remastered. I found this kind of funny because not too long ago they just did the Crisis 1 remaster, and I guess that sold so well that they was like, F it, we'll just do all of them. We'll just do all 1, 2, and 3. Like, we're not even gonna do subsequent releases. Oh, we remastered 2, yay. We remastered 3, yay. They was like, nah, we'll do both. They're done. The whole trilogy's done. Enjoy.
I never played Crisis Trilogy because I just didn't have a console for it. What is it? PlayStation in the past? Or I didn't have a PlayStation during that time.
Crisis.
But from what it seems like to me is that, Raiden from Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
It's that, but with guns. That's what it feels like.
From the looks of it, you would think you'd played more like Halo. I know the multiplayer kind of did a little bit more, but you die surprisingly fast. In 2 and 3, you're a bit more chunkier because the main deal is in that game you can choose between, you can constantly switch between stealth mode, normal mode, which I guess, and I think in 2 you can switch to speed. Like in 2 and 3 you can switch to speed mode and armor mode. When you're in armor mode, you can take a lot more hits. In speed, you zoom, you're gone. And in stealth mode, you don't take much at all, but you can go invisible, so I mean, it's for stealth.
If you pick the stealth class and be not stealthy, then what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, the game is super fun. It's just so strange because it's like you expect to be more invincible than you are in that game. The typical. Just because of just
like 5 bullets.
Exactly. It's like just because of everything that's happening in the game, you're just thinking like when you're in armor mode, you can take like 20. You can take like 20 shots, probably. But like if you're not in armor mode, you take like 10, 6. Like you die really quickly, and it's surprising. You're like, oh wow.
Yeah, the reason why I said why is the series losing me again? Metal Gear Solid. That came up to my brains because it had a whole like body. It had
the way it looks really
body armor and the way it looked too.
It's very reminiscent of the Metal Gear Solid games and things like that. So it's like okay, yeah. But Crisis is fun. It's a cool trilogy. All of the games are award-winning, and the first one's a meme.
Oh. Even better.
Well, yeah, the first one is a meme.
This day and age, they're gonna eat that up.
Can it run Crisis? I was like, now it can. Maybe, because Crisis 1 Remaster still kind of hits like a truck, low-key.
Oh, wow.
But the deal is like...
You gotta get those PS5s.
Exactly. But it looks good. They did a good job with it. I'm kind of happy. I'm like, yeah, okay. game looks nice. Everyone knows the better games are Crisis 2 and 3, which just makes sense because it's Crisis. The first one was a proof of concept. The other two are like, no, we're making a game. We're making a real game. We understood what we did. We're doing cool things now.
One of those moments. Okay.
But next up is this interesting little movie here that we had to look at.
Yeah.
Old. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie involving
Expect weird things.
weird things popping off, as we should know from M. Night.
I am calling it now. The reason why this shit's going down is Cthulhu or some sort of Lovecraftian things there.
I can believe it. Deal with M. Night Shyamalan is he always has some big twists, and the way Old is set up, the idea of being on a beach that is essentially the sands of time. The longer you are there, the more time literally passes for that person in particular. We're watching children turn into like teenagers and then adults, watching bodies literally disintegrate into nothing, like because of course they do. That is how time works. So whatever the twist is, like you say Cthulhu, and they've used aliens before, I think. I feel like it's aliens, though. I feel like it might be aliens this time. A lot of people thought aliens with the last one, which was, what was it? It was parents or grandparents, whatever it was. It was like they were going to visit the grandparents. It was not aliens. But a lot of people thought it was going to be aliens. But M. Night, he does his thing. He's got his wild twist. This one looks interesting, though. It looks, honestly, it's
how that lady got pregnant.
It's a good thriller. It's actually probably more of a horror movie than anything else the more I look at it. Just the idea of time being the problem, but it's not exactly. Like the setting itself is the problem.
I think.
Yeah.
It'll be more psychological.
It's definitely a more psychological horror. Even though, does it count as psychological horror if it's physically happening to you? Like.
It's physically happening to you, but
mentally, yeah, it's mentally taxing.
Like, I'm going to get older. It's like
because the setting itself is like. So we're just gonna make you into an old person now. Hope you enjoyed your life. And it's like, wait a minute, excuse me, I was just here for like 10 seconds. How? What did you do?
This is happening faster than it needs to be. Stop! I have a lot to live for.
It looks cool though. Definitely give a look at that trailer. It's wild. Next up was Overboard, which I think we can both admit is a really cool idea. Come on, give me your impressions of Overboard. I know you want to talk about that.
First of all, Obama's in there. Who's that?
He's like, yes. But what else besides
from that joke right there? It's interesting. You normally have the premise of, oh hey, we need to solve this case and find the villain. No, you are the villain. You're trying to not get caught on this one. So it's gonna be an interesting way of trying to figure out how to figure out your puzzles and everything like that.
I do find it really cool. It's a murder mystery in which you are the murderer and all you're trying to do is figure out a way to not get caught. It was like, oh, who did it? Oh, I know exactly who did it. The question is, how am I gonna get away with it? Who am I gonna blame? Who can I frame in this game to make sure that I don't get caught?
Was it Obama? Was it the crewmate? I don't know.
Could have been. Out. I know it's not them, but I don't know.
Probably Obama.
People are gonna just do that, of course. But it'll be fun. It's a cool one. By all means, give it a shot. It's like a cool adventure game with, like we said, quite an interesting twist, to say the least. It's just weirdness happening as far as like, gotta figure out who to frame. It's not gonna be me. I'm not going to jail. We can't do that. Why would we do that?
Pretty sure there'll be an option for that though. But
my husband was murdered. And I killed him. Oh.
Okay. Problem solved. Okay. Speed run.
Now I know who did it.
Cool.
But next up is No Man's Sky. Prism.
Yes.
Always doing what they do with the No Man's Sky, constantly improving. And the best way to say about this update is I will say this: there's not much in this update, to be completely fair, because what they really did in the Prism update is they made it look good. It looked better now.
Literally, it's in the name. They grabbed the prism. took the old programming and everything, and pushed it through it. Now it looks pretty. All looks better. Tracking everything.
Now it looks nice. Perfect.
And I think there's like different real-time things going on now. You can ride on different animals, space aliens on there too.
New biomes,
Yeah, that too. Looks purdy. Looks like rain, actual rain in there too.
It looks purdy.
Space looks like space again. More purdiness.
Ooh, shiny. That's what happened with No Man's Sky Prism. Looks cool though. If you haven't been checking it out or gone back to at least look at it again, by all means, they've been making it a lot better. Yeah.
Literally the definition of, this is a dull rock. Let me polish it off very quickly. Oh, it's a diamond. Oh, it's a shinier diamond. And you keep doing it, it gets even better. And
Prism,
better.
exactly. Prism is the example of, oh wow, it's a diamond. And then Prism is like, oh wait, we polished the diamond now. Diamond looks nice. Look at diamond. Turned out to be a diamond. But next up, we're going on to Reminiscence, which...
Yes.
This movie looks freaking cool, man. I'm just saying.
It does. And I'm not really a movie person.
We got our boy Hugh Jackman. He's back. Love to see him having work. He doesn't need to be Wolverine right now, but I would like him to come back.
Just pops out claws in the middle of it.
Honestly, if in the MCU he just comes back as Wolverine real quick, he's like, I'm Wolverine, but like the next one taking over is X-23. Like, I'll be here for like a movie. I'm down.
Yeah, I understand that.
No problem. No qualms. Canon Wolverine was just him.
What was it now? But yeah, the movie, it has an interesting premise. Though we were confused at first what the premise was.
Oh yeah. At first, in watching this, I was very much like, what is happening in this movie? I'm actually very confused.
I genuinely thought that it was something of someone stuck in their past or trying to figure out what happened in their past.
But the best way we can describe it is it's probably just, I mean, I say probably, but how we've seen it so far and kind of talked about it for a second is it's Inception meets a noir detective story, which makes me kind of go like, okay, or noir mystery story, which makes me go like, oh, right, that's actually kind of dope. I have no qualms about that. That sounds awesome. Like, no idea what I would say against that. It's amazing. But
the music as well so far, what we heard, is also pretty good.
Go ahead.
And I'm personally a sucker for orchestral and epics and stuff like that. So
it was cool.
It got me a little
I'm
excited.
Getting hype over
yeah.
there. But the description for this actually says a private investigator of minds, Inception, investigates the darkly alluring world of the past by helping clients access lost memories. Living on the fringe of sunken Miami. Yeah. So check it. We got post-apocalypticness. We got sunken Miami
It's
going.
Always Miami.
That is kind of wild. Like you see a lot of the visuals during the movie, and it's like this looks kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a sunken Miami, like living like just essentially the coast, essentially. So all that's pretty much underwater.
You know, for some reason, I don't know why, but you know the ending of 2012.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
that.
That's what I kind of thought. It's like, oh, it's like the ending of 2012. This is going to be a continuation of that nonsense. Cool. All ruined, oceans flooded, and everything like that, plants flooded. Like,
but it says his life is forever changed when he takes on a new client, May. A simple matter of lost and found becomes a dangerous obsession, and as what is this, Bannister? I guess that would be Bannister is the name. Bannister fights to find the truth of May's disappearance. He uncovers violent conspiracy and ultimately must answer the question, how far will you go to hold on to the ones you love? Yeah, this movie sounds awesome. I'm gonna check it out. Like, by all means. They had me kind of hooked with the idea of like, oh yeah, you're going into some people's minds and looking at past and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, alright. Looks dope. Can't wait. But
I'm gonna see some mind fuckery.
Highly anticipated movie over here. We're probably gonna check it out.
Yes.
But next up, we got Bubble Bobble. Bubble Bobble's back. We got Bubble Bobble 3D.
Yes, Bubble Bobble. I did not think we would need this.
I didn't think we were gonna get that.
I don't
either.
need it still.
It's a VR version of Bubble Bobble, where you physically shoot at the things where it's supposed to be. And I'm just like, yeah, love Bubble Bobble. Bubble Bobble is amazing. I'm so glad it's back. And it looks weird.
It does. I was caught off guard. I'm like, I don't think I can.
I was like, what's happening?
I'll be so disoriented with this.
I know it's definitely a VR game now, so it'll probably make it a lot easier to understand it when it's right in front of your face. But I can understand just looking at a screen being like, this looks disorientating. How am I supposed to control this?
Like, isn't this supposed to be a top-down view where things supposed to come down and keep coming at you? But no.
Yeah, like you're always shooting up at them and you're using angles to get proper bounces and it fits into the right place and drops things. Bubble Bobble was awesome.
And now this time you're gonna get to like curveball. Looks like.
Gotta hit them good curveball shots. Hit in the back. But this was cool. Super glad to have Bubble Bobble be back. Looks awesome. Next up on this list, Wanderer. Well, this is another VR game that we actually found as well.
Wanderer.
Let me.
Why did I just forget Wanderer? God damn it.
Alright, I'll let you describe it then. By all means, talk about Wanderer.
No, I literally forgot like what I was about to say about it. I literally forgot what was in Wanderer.
Alright, let me hit the description.
So you gotta take care of this for the time being.
I'll do it. They say check out this. Actually, no. Let me look at the proper thing. They don't want to tell me the proper thing. Bump you. Okay, so what we got is that this is essentially an action-adventure game. Wanderer set in an alternate timeline. That doesn't help us at all.
Okay. I got it now.
But it is the... Oh yeah, I do remember this. The moment I clicked on the trailer, I was like, oh, it didn't even start playing. I think I'm like 22 seconds in, but I didn't actually watch anything else. But I've seen the whole trailer already. But like, I've just kind of looked at it and was like, oh, yeah, I know what this one is. It's the one where you're constantly bouncing back and forth between like the present, the past, and like this weird future.
They literally take out a word. This should be. It's a time wanderer, or they wander through time.
Just add another word. Time wanderer.
Yeah.
The idea that it's bouncing back and forth between like a post-apocalypse and like a like more put together, everything's okay world. It looks super cool. It's a cool little VR game. Guys, go check it out if you have.
It goes even further.
You can watch
like you see like different like Mayans, I think.
Yeah, so like the mask, the Mayan mask. So we got some Mayan stuff in here, which you know us on Paper Play Action. We're all about using different cultures all the time to do cool things. More people need to just use Mayan stuff. We got the Aztec game coming out. It looked awesome. Can't wait to play that. It's like right up my alley. It's a character action game that's basically this. And then we have this game where we're using Mayan technology in order to do, well, I say Mayan technology, Mayan mysticism,
Mayan technology.
to bounce back and forth between the timelines in the future. So I'm like, all right, let's go. One of my favorite underrated games that everyone technically knows about but doesn't know about. No one knows about it, but promise you, those that know about it know about it. Marlo Briggs. Game's freaking great. It's just character action on a budget. It just goes in. Game's ridiculous. It doesn't stop, and even when it starts to slow down, it picks back up again. It's ridiculous. That game's awesome.
Oh god.
Hello Briggs is freaking great.
And you said even on a budget too?
Yeah, it's character action on a budget. They just have no breaks. I don't remember if I showed you the intro for that game, but
I don't think you did.
But I'll have to show you at some point, and if I do, you'll understand that it just goes, doesn't stop going.
Well, I cannot wait. Maybe after all this, I possibly see it.
But
if you still have it,
I think finally what we'll talk about on here is the on June 10th, which I mean just recently passed. So unfortunately we weren't able to tell you guys and warn you guys about this. But Solar Eclipse came out. I had to hit us real quick.
Yes.
It's a nice little thing.
There were. If this is in the past. If anyone's hearing this, yes, there were bloodborne creatures coming out that moon very quickly. Maybe some Dark Souls too.
For someone that didn't know, yeah.
Good stuff.
I was out there in the night. Had to drink the blood of a weird beast. I think I ate a slug. I don't know how I feel about that slug. That slug definitely did some weird things to me.
I think actually I got possessed by a werewolf.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm going off the wall.
I do want to mention this because at this point, Elden Ring has been announced. It definitely got announced on the night that this happened, which just bugs me. Did they plan this?
I possibly think so.
Elden Ring definitely got.
Or they just saw that the opportunity came by.
It was like, we have to. we have to release it now.
Or better yet, they had this trailer just lock and key, just waiting, and they just knew this would be the time to do so. So they dropped it then.
It's super cool though. It's really unfortunate because well, the way solar eclipses work. Because lunar eclipses, everyone can see. It's a lot more open to see. Solar eclipses suck because, I mean, they're awesome, but they suck. Because when it happens, only a specific part can see it. Depending on when when it comes through. Or where the shadow is taking place. And I'm like, dang, bro.
Where the moon decides to be.
That sucks. But solar eclipses are awesome, though. Freaking sick.
It is.
I wonder how many just happen in the middle of the ocean. No one gets to see it. I'm really curious.
This could be that one guy just out in the boat, like, hey, look, the solar eclipse.
Oh, wow.
Everyone else, look. Oh, wait,
no one else is there.
I'm in the ocean.
Big unfortunate. But
hey, look, there's that shit with that murder mystery, too, in Obama.
That's true. The guy on the boat is just like, oh wait, I saw that lady kill that person. I should get over there. Then he's like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't get involved.
I like being over here though.
But that'll do it for us. That'll do it for me and Leon as far as this episode of Attack the Minisodes. So glad we were able to at least share some of these with you guys. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get into everything from before, and that is unfortunate for us. A lot of this would have been talked about for the podcast for sure. But what I will say is, because I did mention this last time, stay tuned for the interview that we had with I'll put on the end of this episode that we had with Fábio. Had an interview with Fábio. We talked about Shut Up and Drive and Dunkehr, which Shut Up and Drive is still coming along. He I believe he did some cool things with it recently. I'll definitely be tagging him in this so that he can get to finally know that the interview came out. Because unfortunately, I couldn't throw it on a 4-hour podcast. That's just rude. I don't think anybody would be able to hear it. So putting it here just makes it more sustainable for anybody to actually listen to it. Because I could not throw another 30 minutes onto a 4-hour podcast. That's just rude to people.
Hey, it would have been like an interesting, like, little succulent thing at the end. Like, oh, hey, yeah, I got this thing too.
But yes, stay tuned after the show to check that one out. It's a good interview, I think, and you guys will actually enjoy hearing a little bit from him. We'll hopefully try to get more people in the future to kind of jump in and do these little interviews. We'll see if we can also get some more people to jump in for the conversations and things like that. But that's a conversation for another time. Please enjoy. We'll switch us over to technically past me now as we talk about Shut Up and Drive and Dunkehr.
All right. Have fun past you.
Exactly. But we'll present us right now, or future us will catch you. Well, I guess the best way to describe it is present us will now say goodbye so that you can say hi to past us, and later on you will see future us on another episode.
Bye! Have fun with this nonsense.
Hey everybody, this is Paper Play Action Interviews. I'm here with Fábio Fontes. We're actually doing an interview about Shut Up and Drive this time. So say hi everyone to everyone. Fábio.
Hey everybody.
There we go.
Fábio here. I do chicken scratches for a living, and I'm making a game too, I guess.
We were really blown away by your game, honestly. Shut Up and Drive. But first off, tell us a little bit about yourself. actually, Fabio. We might as well learn about you, the creator and mind behind this. So why not?
Yeah. Thanks. Like I said, I am a freelance artist. That's my job, mostly for tabletop games, and a few video games here and there, mostly indie stuff. And yeah, I've the last couple of years I started dabbling into game dev, and one of my projects is Shut Up and Drive, which it's an endless runner inspired by arcade racers like classics like Outrun, that type of stuff, and you can do air flips and whatever.
It honestly
And
looks
it's also
awesome.
a fighting game now for some reason.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Wanted to. You actually mentioned the tabletop stuff that you've done. Mind mentioning some of that, since some of our.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Most of what I done was for level 99 games. You can see my work in games like Millennium Blades, Pixel Tactics,
Okay.
some of BattleCon, and a few other games. Like there's this one battle. Oh, this one's fun. Battle for Britannia. It's like a MOBA, but in tabletop form.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually. I actually didn't know that about. So the more you know. Tell us about
Yeah.
you. What are some of your favorite video games, or even then, you could tell us some of your favorite projects you like to work on. Actually, so far that you've worked on.
Now, some of my favorite games. I'm usually a fan of action RPGs. Like yes, I do. I'm one of those. I'm one of those heretics that considers Zelda an RPG. I also like some classics like Terra Enigma on the Super Nintendo.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, the Phantasy Star Online series.
Oh, I love those. I honestly
Uh,
do.
uh, yeah, I want to check out a new Genesis not once it's out, but once I can.
I understand that.
Once I can give it a look.
I'm looking forward to giving that
Uh,
one a shot as well. New
yeah,
Genesis looks awesome.
yeah. Their fingers can move now. Holy damn!
That's crazy.
Did you see that?
I
Did you see that trailer they made about the character creation?
Oh yeah, I did. I was just like, oh
Yeah, and
yes.
they were really happy about how their fingers can move now. Like, what the hell? You guys are really proud of this, aren't you?
He's like, we've done it.
We done it. We rigged their hands now. Yeah. Also some other classic games like Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic. A lot of people love that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a bit of a fan of more games with a more classic aesthetic. Unfortunately, I haven't played much recent stuff, work and whatnot. Though I've finally gotten into boomer shooters
Oh, okay.
as of late because of the Doom revival.
I feel that. Yeah, I've done the same thing
Yeah,
as
I-
well.
Yeah, I never cared much about shooters. But then I looked at Doom 2016 and I'm like, this looks kind of holy crap.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Let me go check the rest of the series.
I was like, I need to go see what the rest of these are about. Hold up.
And yeah, that's. Like I said, I haven't played much lately. Besides that, then I went to look at other series like Quake and
Mhm.
etc. etc.
I had to go back and look at
But yeah.
Quake as well.
Most of what I've been doing has been working on my projects.
Oh yeah, understandable. What are some of your favorite projects you've
Yeah.
been working on?
Millennium Blades. That's like one of the go-tos. It's like imagine a board game in which you play as someone who collects a collectible card game.
Okay.
So it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime, the board game.
Okay, that's kind of fun. That is kind of.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah,
concept
that's
of that.
Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. And the whole theme of it is as silly. It's as silly as you might expect. A lot of the characters are like parodies of pop culture and Yu-Gi-Oh, of course. There's also Pixel Tactics, which it started as a little card game.
Okay.
The characters are little. It's a physical card game in which the characters are like pixelated characters, and people like that. And now there's a digital version coming out called Pixel Tactics Online. I did pretty much all the graphics for that one.
Okay. That's actually
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah. It looks nice. At least I hope so. I hope people think that.
I'm sure it does, actually. That's one of the things that I really like about Shut Up and Drive itself, is that it looked really cool. You did a great job kind of capturing that classic arcade racing PS1 style, but still like modern looking feel. And I thought it was dope.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was kind of the point was to give it that classic arcadey look, but a little bit sharper for. Okay, to be honest, this was me mostly throwing crap at the wall to see what stuck.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, like from the get go, like let's try out some 3D in Game Maker. Okay, I got a cube on an empty void. What do I do next? Cars. Okay, let's go.
We do cars now. Yes.
Before we know it, we get a car doing somersaults and whatever.
No.
Like, okay, this is the game now.
That does bring me to my next question, which I guess technically you kind of answered. But my next question was going to be, what inspired Shut Up and Drive? Like, what made you kind of really go like, yeah, you know what, this seems like a good idea to start messing around with this thing and this thing. So
yeah, it's what I said. I stumbled upon a series of tutorials about 3D in Game Maker, how to set up a 3D space and then have some 3D models show up, and from there I just started to experiment. Then at first, this is actually a funny thing people will get to experience.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't immediately go into a racing thing. First, I had a little platforming setup with a little dude moving around and jumping, and that is still in the game, and people will be able to check that out once the game is out. There's a bit of a code to access it in the main menu.
Okay.
I'll let people know once the game is out, and from there I added some functions for more vehicle style controls, and from there the project proper came along.
Okay. You started mentioning the multiplayer component earlier, where it has like the fighting game elements. Can you tell us a little bit more of what the thought process went into that one?
I literally added that last week. Like, yeah, the cars fight now, whatever.
I saw that and was like, yes.
Last week I was like, how can I pad the content of this a little bit? I was in the shower and screw it, the cars fight now, whatever.
Fight, yes.
They do quarter circles. Shit.
Because I saw that. I definitely saw that. Immediately was like, this game just keeps getting better. There's no reason for this.
Yeah, you mean dumber?
Yeah, I mean, dumb counts as great too. I'm a huge fan of character action games, so like stuff like Bayonetta. The more they go crazy octane, the more I'm like, yes, let's go. We're gonna go to space. Why not?
Well, that's a bit more of my other project. I don't know if you looked at that.
Oh yeah, I did take a look. I actually was looking forward to seeing more about it. You mind telling us about that one?
Yeah. So that's Dunkehr, and yes, that is how you pronounce it. It's an action platformer featuring an angry honey badger fighting an army of not just lizards, but mostly for now. And it also has a versus mode, but that one was a bit more planned out than the car thing. Like I said, the car thing was just screw it. Though the versus mode for Dunkehr was also a bit like, oh, I guess I could do this too.
Okay.
Because in that game, now I'm going a bit more into the technicals. Both the main character, both the player, and the enemies both use the same object type.
Okay.
So making them playable technically is like a switch flip. Now, it doesn't mean they are designed to be playable, but functionally they could.
They're like the same kind of thing.
They could be. So I'm doing that to the bosses.
Okay.
I'm making them to be to designing them to be more playable than the normal enemies, and so I'm taking that into a little versus mode. So you get an action platformer and a little fighting game on the side. Once you beat the campaign.
Sounds really cool. I did,
Yeah.
like I said, I did catch a glimpse of this, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to pick that one up. And from
Yeah.
what I understand, that
There's
one's
actually
coming
a
out
demo
soon.
for that.
Oh yeah, that one's
There,
coming out sooner, if I'm not mistaken, than Shut Up and Drive. Like it's more along its path.
don't care. The thing is, Shut Up and Drive is coming out in August,
Okay.
and it's a shorter term. It's a quicker thing. Dunkehr is this longer term project that, to be honest, it's coming out when it's done.
That's fair. I can't even
Like,
complain about that.
like
Like
I
there's
can
no
tell.
complaints. It comes out when it's done.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And in the meantime, I'm releasing Shut Up and Drive, which is this smaller scope, but potentially expandable. Like, I'll release it and then I'll see about what can I add to it. Like cars, that's the no-brainer. More cars. I have a hell of a list already lined up just to add. They don't play any different. They're just reskins. But hey, people like that kind
yeah,
of
it's
stuff.
fun. It's no
Yeah.
problem. But
Yeah.
tell us a bit more about Dunker. I would love to just get more of an understanding of what kind of game it is and let the people know what kind of game it is. Because, like, what inspired
that one. It also started a bit as an experimentation kind of thing.
it? Okay.
Like I said, I got into Doom in recent years, and I went back to play the classics, and by looking into some videos on the technicals, I realized, wait, what if I took the logic for terrain, that is how it processes terrain height, like what's a wall, what's a step, and I apply that to a side scroller,
Okay.
and everything else came in from that little experiment. Like I pretty much implemented slopes before the guy could jump.
Oh, that's good.
That's
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a little counterintuitive to how you would make a platformer, but hey, that's how it went.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, that from there I just sketched the character proper, and then just started spitballing ideas. Story, enemy invasion, whatever. Again, this game of Doom, so whatever. Yeah, some enemy invasion, and you're fighting them off.
I feel that.
It's simple as hell, but it'll get the ball rolling, and from there you can add some nuances here and there. And yeah, the story is it's very simplistic, and the focus will be more on the gameplay, the combat, which is it's somewhat in depth for this type of game. You actually have a proper command list.
Okay.
That's why when you mention games like Bayonetta, it's not as you don't flip around as much.
That's fair.
Put it that way. Yeah, I guess you could compare it a bit more to a side-scrolling version of a Souls-like, but with more of a complex moveset. Again, this is another one where I just threw a lot of stuff at the wall to see what stuck.
That's fine.
Yeah, I do a lot of that.
Now, I guess my only question for movesets would be, is this more of an unlocking moveset thing, or is it like you have a set moveset at the beginning and it's more about learning how to use that moveset better, so far?
Yeah. You have everything from the get go.
Okay.
That's partially because of the dual mode. I want to keep things a bit consistent, so I settled on just giving the player the moveset from the get go, and from there just learn how to use it, see what you can use in which situation. Though there are a few new things you get, like mounted combat, in which the moveset changes.
Okay.
And since that's a campaign only thing, I can play a bit more with that. For now, there's an ostrich mount. You actually have that in the demo, and I have a few more planned, like a donkey. So you got Dunkehr on a donkey.
All right, I feel it.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll move away from Dunker for a moment, only to ask, what advice would you give to anyone that maybe is struggling to be a game designer, or just doesn't know how, considering that you just gave it a shot and started? I would like to just hear what your advice to people would be on that.
What I guess a good way to go is a good way to start from is to just take an idea, see if it works. Assuming you already have some programming notions, and assuming you already know how to get a square to move around the screen. Assuming you already have all of that, just take an idea and just put something else, add something else, see how it plays out. Just experiment. That's you pretty much have two options: either try to copy an already existent formula, or take some ideas and just experiment with them, see what you get. And you might end up with a car flipping around, or some angry honey badger riding an ostrich beating an army of lizards, or something else.
Just see where it takes you.
Yeah, just sometimes you just gotta catch that wind and see where it leads you, and sometimes it might actually lead you somewhere nice.
All right. It was great to have you on, Fabio. I guess the final question I have would be, where and when can we look forward to both games appearing? Which I believe you said Shut Up and Drive will be dropping sometime in August, and Dunkehr is done when it's done. But like it's been said, Shut Up and Drive is releasing in August, in part because of an online event that'll be around that time. Called it's Sage, that's Sonic Amateur Games Expo. Okay.
It's gonna release alongside that event. A lot of cool stuff usually on that one. Both as the name implies, it's about Sonic, but there's also a lot of indie stuff as well.
Okay.
And Dunkehr, it's a longer term project. I'm just releasing that once it's done. But hey, I'll keep people posted.
But you did say there was a demo. Where can we find the demo?
Yes, it's on HIO. You have you can go to my Twitter and then or Dunkehr's own Twitter. I was gonna say you go to my Twitter, you have the Twitter for Dunkehr, and from there you have a bunch of links. But you actually have my own. Yeah, you got my own HIO linked on my Twitter, and from there you got Dunkehr's demo in there for anybody who wants to check it out.
All right. It was a pleasure having you, Fabio. I really appreciate you coming out, talking about both of your games. We'll catch you guys next time on Paper Play Action. Thanks for listening.